There we go.
All right.
How we doing? Oh, I actually have a director here, a photographer. Okay, so I'm with Randy Skinner. I haven't taught you guys a long time. Here, Laura, say hi. This is my bodyguard. So this is just to let people know I got protection.
Yeah, don't play. Don't play.
On occasion. All right, so anyway, Randy Skinner is the most incredible guy, and I've known him for years. And he's done stuff that is like it's hard to describe transformation. I do stuff in mountain stuff, and then I run into people like him, and he fits in pieces that make the template come alive. And I'm talking about going through parts of West Dallas that are poverty stricken, and doing the prayer walks, and literally the police had to actually go with you guys to some of them in front of you.
Yeah, we took we bought out 400 drug houses. So that was our entry point, is we actually worked with law enforcement, bought out 400 drug houses, and then we started building homes. Actually, after we tear down a drug house, we built a home on site. And then we went in and we actually even built a subdivision. But then we take, first of all, we come in and we take out the drugs, the gangs, then we reclaim the educational system. And so out of our educational system, we reclaim today, we have 6,000 students, and 70% of them, and now this is important to know, this is in the 11th poorest zip code in the nation, or was, and it was the most violent zip code in Dallas. But we reclaimed 70% of our students, and they're at academic good standing or excellence. So we claimed the criminal justice system, housing system, education system, we went in with health and wellness, and then finally we took the spiritual system and churches. So today, there's an economic revitalization taking place, and we have
what does that look like?
Yeah,
That's kind of interesting.
It's actually $4 billion worth of economic housing, jobs, businesses. It's the fastest growing real estate.
If this model could be worked in other cities, inner cities, it would be revolutionary for the vision. I was with Donald Trump when he first said that the number one thing he wants to do with the inner cities, when he was before he was president, he said, "I believe we can make an economic revitalization happen." And he said that would be his goal to do that. But you've gotten the mechanisms to change the environment into which that happens.
Right. It's a template that now is being looked at by the administration, from the vice president.
Have you met with Ben Carson?
Yes, we have, and he's adopted our template, and so we're rolling it out in different cities. And so the opportunity zone, we're really we're pre-opportunity zone. In other words, in the current tax bill that was approved that jump-started the economy, in the tax laws was a policy to where you can go into urban blighted areas. And so they created these zones by each governor of all 50 states. And so these zones are blighted areas in the inner city. And President Trump said, let's get businessmen to put millions and billions of dollars
Why
and
do
invest
I
them,
not know about this?
and their tax free.
I'm always stunned. I feel like I'm the stupidest guy on the planet. So I didn't know all of that.
Yeah.
I knew only about Dallas. I didn't know that it had evolved to this point. What's the thing? I've been to Mar-A-Lago twice.
Yeah.
And I'm down there, and I'll be honest with you. It's opulent, it's beautiful, but I'm feeling like I'm in a kind of like, except for Rush Limbaugh's, living there, it feels like a secularized world. It doesn't feel like it's got a spirit. You know how you can feel it needs an invasion of the kingdom, and it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I want the president to go down there and be refreshed. What's the spiritual template down in West Palm?
Well, Palm Beach County, where Mar-A-Lago is, which is the second White House for the president that he goes down and spends time at. Ben Carson has a home there. Betsy DeVos, I think, has a home there. So there's a lot of power and business wealth that's there. It's one of the wealthiest counties in the United States, and but it's the most unchurched county in the nation.
Most unchurched county?
Yes, it's the most unchurched county in the nation. And so the business leaders have asked us to come in, take 25 city blocks, and do what we did in West Dallas, do that in West Palm Beach. Most people don't realize that West Palm Beach is as violent as Chicago in these 25 blocks. So we're getting 1,000 businessmen out of West Palm Beach. They say we're going to adopt these 25 blocks, and we want to invite your listeners to come be a part of this invasion, spiritually, politically, with prayer. Come get involved as we retake these 25 blocks. Because really what we're looking at is we can actually shift the poverty cycles and urban blight in the next 2 to 4 years if people will keep the president in office, and they'll target these opportunity zones, and wealthy businessmen will invest in them, and then we can get Christians to come in and build out the spiritual template.
So you need some intercessors down there in the Mar-A-Lago world?
Absolutely. We're setting up this summer. We're bringing youth groups, mission trips. We'll take each one of these 25 blocks. We're just a quarter mile from Mar-A-Lago. We want to blanket that in prayer. You can reach us at randyskinner.com.
RandySkinner.com. That was my next question.
.com.
How can, because my group will do this. I got some people out there. We have some very influential people. I've got very powerful, like Nicodemus at night. They hang out with the Lord, but they don't tell anybody what they're doing. But they're spying on this conversation right now. And this is transforming the roughest parts of the city.
Absolutely, at West Palm Beach. And the other thing that was really interesting, we just recently had a critical election for governor and U.S. senator in Florida, and it was determined based on Palm Beach County and Broward County. I believe in 2020, probably the next presidential election may swing on this county. And it was pretty amazing because they were looking at the votes that were being counted, and I was the only person that I saw driving around the courthouse praying. And I didn't, like here in Texas, you're going to see people come and they're going to pray. They're going to be there right at on post, praying, watching it on the wall. I really didn't see that there.
But you felt like a lone navigator out there, circling like the armies of Jericho.
Yeah, so I need the Lance Wallnau groupies to come and invade Palm Beach County with me, and let's take it for Christ.
RandySkinner.com. Contact my friend Randy. Now, this is a very fast broadcast. It's late at night, but the Periscopians that I'm doing this with, this is like Napoleon's old guard. They're about 5,000 out of 60,000. I got 60,000 here, but 5,000 will watch this.
All right.
And they are the equivalent of 15,000 to 20,000 on my other platforms.
Okay.
There's something strangely powerful about Periscopians. So we'll do another broadcast.
All right.
And we'll do better justice to the subject. We'll do a Be Live, which is what we call it, split screen, and we'll have a longer interview because I want to be able to get your message out on all my platforms.
All right. God bless you, man.
Thank you, Randy.
Appreciate it.
Bless you. Thank you. And who's that?
Mark Gonzalez.
Mark Gonzalez, what are you doing here?
We're here listening to you.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
Mark, what would you tell people about what you're doing these days?
It's about right now preparing the church in 2019 as we get ready for 2020, which is going to be one of the most critical elections of our lifetime. I know we continue to say that, but it's true.
Yeah, it is.
We've been given this reprieve. The church has this opportunity that if we engage like never before and continue to walk through this door that God has opened for the church, through this administration in the nation, prophetically, the things that are happening in the spirit, we can continue to move America and turn America back to God. And so that's what this whole thing's about. It's about bringing revival to the land. But revival doesn't come just through the prayer closet. It comes through the ballot box.
Come on, man.
So for us is bringing these two things together for God to move by His Spirit. I like to say this, Lance, is, because a lot of times I come from the intercessory movement, the prophetic movement, and we've had this opportunity to do this for a very long time. But I tell folks, look, when God moves in models, and He shares us through Scripture of what He's trying to get done and accomplished. God never moved in the land until the highest office of the land was a God-fearing individual. Not a Christian, a God-fearing individual.
That's a powerful statement you're making.
And this is the key here, because a lot of times we'll say, he's not a Christian, or we want to put a Christian.
Right.
We don't need to put the Christian. The ingredient is God-fearing individual. If we have the God factor, the fear factor, the God factor in there, now God can begin to move because the ingredient is there for a move of God to take
Mark,
place.
You also deserve your own interview, and I'm going to do that because, oddly enough, he's hanging out with me and Randy here, but they're not connected. I want to make sure you understand that. So tell me about how do they get in touch with you until I do my interview with you?
Yeah, they can go to HispanicActionNetwork.com. That's where we're moving the Hispanic church across America to get more engaged. As we know, it's the fastest growing people group in the country.
You better believe it, and you can see why.
And the most conservative people group in America
Come on,
at the same time.
people don't know that.
And,
Let's go, say it one more time slowly.
they're the most conservative.
No. The domain. Where they
Okay. HispanicActionNetwork.com, and you can get more information on us, and we'll be back together with you here soon.
We're going to do that because you're in Dallas, actually. So I love you guys. This is great tonight, man.
And we're friends, by the way.
And we're actually friends. Actually, that's the nice thing about it. We're all friends. We're friends. And there's Randy's wife. And there's our lovely Steven Spielberg taking all the photography. Okay, I love you guys. Now it's time for me to say goodbye. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm Lance Wallnau. But you already know that. What you don't know is you can subscribe and get another video. And I encourage you to do that right now. Just do it now while the moment's here. Just press that subscribe button and go for it.